Listen, Urijah, I want to say thank you for coming. I want to say on in terms of like the community, and I really stress that like we're doing this for the combat sports community, and what you're doing with this college thing I think is going to be phenomenal. We definitely want to get behind that. JAXXON as a brand, we're the #1 men's jewelry brand, and we definitely pride ourselves on making sure that we can instill and boost confidence in men at the same time making the most quality product. And I know that that's something you take pride in, and putting out the best quality fighters, the best quality gyms, the best quality businesses. So we're for sure excited to get behind you on that. One thing before I leave, I just want to know, in your eyes, who is the UFC MMA GOAT? Just strictly in the UFC, who do you think the greatest of all time is?
Oh, man. That's really hard to say. I mean, John Jones hasn't been beat. So, but there's also, you know, if you look at what the tainted, not tainted because of things that happened, it's hard to say. 100%. And I take that into consideration. But
you know, the reason why I don't say nothing about that because that shit ain't gonna fight for you though.
But let me. This is it ain't gonna fight for you though. You're talking to the wrong guy here when it comes to that, because I never did one thing. I remember when they made it legal for you to do the testosterone. Yeah. You're like, man, I feel like I'm a kid again. I remember watching that, going, yeah, fuck. I never did one thing. And listen, for guys that are mentally weak, steroids and that stuff doesn't help. For guys that are mentally strong and strategic and just will do anything to win, a fucking 1,000% it helps. You kidding me? You can train twice as much. You get more muscle. The thing that happens to you though is your body falls apart because your joints aren't supposed to handle what you're doing.
Intestines. You see,
there's also
stomach.
You know the reason why I said it, because I'm like you. I'm always against it, but I did take TRT once I got
when they said it was legal.
When it was legal, when they got injured. When I got injured, it did help me. But when I was fighting in Japan, all those guys was on this shit, right? And I beat some of them, and I didn't think.
I'm gonna say you got some natural. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm a naturally gifted guy. Also, you have your gifts. You know,
that's why
that happens. And then, but somebody that doesn't have that, which is. It's part of the game.
Yeah,
you got to use what you got. If you don't have that, you can go get it somewhere else. That's fucking cheating.
I'm going to say this, and I hope
that's fucking illegal.
I'm going to say this. I hope it's not in bad taste because the guy's passed away, and he was a great guy, but I never knew for sure because I know nothing about drugs. But I always assumed that Kevin Randleman was.
I think they're pretty open about that.
Well, I didn't know. I never.
But you also fought against him.
Yeah, so I fought him, and that's the only thing that my team was like worried about, and I was like, Well,
imagine if he wasn't on this stuff. How the Mother Nature would have made the rightful king in every scenario.
So RIP. I'm not trying to disrespect the man, but I was worried about that a little bit, and he didn't make weight. People don't know this. He didn't make weight for our fight, and I'm like, I don't care. He was like way over 205 when I fought him, and
but he was pretty.
Yeah,
stacked,
people was worried that people.
I don't think that was the secret. I think that's pretty open.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I think there's a lot of guys in the game.
A
lot of guys in the game, secrets.
But then I beat
secrets and non-secrets. I had to fight Vitor Belfort my first fight in the UFC.
Was he on anything
in Brazil when they were hiding him out there because this is the only place he could fight on TRT, which is crazy because he just like. Man would morph every fight.
Yeah, he got big.
He was like, he's a great athlete. I knew I was fighting like superhuman.
And it's easy to look. I got a lot of friends that have been even caught doing it. So it's like, I hate to hate too much, but I'm just saying, if you want to really find out who's the baddest motherfucker on the planet, then you got to take that out of the equation. Otherwise, it's just tainted. It really is. I can say it because I didn't do it. That's all.
Right. Listen, I agree with you. I think boxing, MMA, and football, the only sports that it shouldn't be allowed. But I don't care if baseball players.
For sure, if you're hitting someone.
Yeah,
for sure, if you're hitting someone.
That's my opinion.
I know you had Lyoto on here, but you could tell like Lyoto went and fought Gegard Mousasi in Brazil, and I knew he was. Dude, I don't know how people keep calling me. Anyway,
I don't know how you don't take the ring off.
Dude, I put it on.
You just doing that to feel important.
I put it on Do Not Disturb.
Listen,
I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Say it real quick.
But anyway, like,
gotta wrap it up.
So with Machida, he fought Gegard Mousasi in Brazil, and you could see he was like he had a little extra confidence. Machida had extra confidence. Gegard. I came back to fight Machida here in the States where you got to be tested, and I knew they were going to take something from him. I knew I seen his confidence dwindling. Every day got closer to the fight. Every start I score up with him. I just knew that it wasn't there. Gegard knew it too. Me and Gegard actually talked about it. Yeah. And like by the time we got to the fight, he was broken. I knew I already had him.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's different.
It's different thing.